Boo. Jump scare. Okay, so I'm like at least 3% sure that I set up my stream this time, like correctly. I'm gonna find out right now. Wow, I did it. I'm so good. This is the first time like ever I actually properly set up a stream. I'm so cool, guys. I don't know, applaud me or something. Okay. Time to play. I cannot play Railgunner. Which is why Railgun is first, because Railgun is gonna be probably the hardest character to play as. For me personally, because I can't aim. At all. Damn, I have nothing to talk about. How about it can be an interesting stream when I don't want to talk about anything. I can talk about how fun this is gonna be because I'm gonna do like nothing but play Eclipse. That's already what I do, but I'm gonna do it more. Because I need to do this for the DLC drops before I have to do two more before I have to beat Eclipse 8 with 2 more characters. Yeah, I'm so excited for the DLC. I can't wait to draw something really stupid and play as Chef. I'm kind of interested with how. I'm kind of interested on how their stages are gonna work. I don't know if they could be like. Sword of the Void had, in terms of stages, had interesting ones. It has my favorite stage in it, and I love the Ethereal Sanctuary. At the same time, a lot of the stages are annoying, or I just hate. I hate blind pests. It's all blind pests and blind vermin. Stupid rats. I know. More so like the enemies. I hope they're not horrible. Mainly I want to play as Chef. And draw something stupid. I said I was gonna draw something stupid when the DLC releases, and I am going to draw something stupid. And all I need for it is a decent reference on how to draw Seeker, which is why I'm waiting for the DLC to drop. Before I draw it, because I can't get a good reference of Seeker otherwise. It's mostly because I refuse to look, because I'm kind of lazy. Hi Dashi, how are you? How are you, Dusky Wusky? Yeah, I modded you. I did mod you. Look, Dashi, I trust you enough. I trust you enough to be a moderator. They tell me I'm doing. Okay, I got no sleep last night, and then while waiting for D&D, I accidentally fell asleep, and almost missed D&D. Except D&D was canceled, so I don't have D&D this week anymore. Oh no, I drew stuff today. I haven't really done much. I drew stuff. You ever tried D&D? You should. It's awesome. If you play D&D, I'll call you a nerd. But that's only because I'm a nerd. And I play D&D. What did I draw? Isaac stuff. Oh, and Chef from Miss Gravrain, I think. I think that was today. My memory's not super good today. I don't remember what I did. I drew Isaac stuff, like I normally, like I've been doing for the past 2 weeks-ish. That I'll continue to do until I draw all 732 item IDs. 719 items. Gosh, I feel like it's not really much the chat is delayed, more your experiencing delay. Either my internet's bad, or you just live very far away from where I am. It's definitely a latency issue. Oh, so my internet does suck, so yeah, my stream would probably be lagging behind quite a bit. What the f- Hello. How are you? I started home from some random thing. Oh. Uh. Oh, welcome home or something like that. I am in your house. I'm doing pretty nice. I'm kind of sad that D&D got canceled today. That's the only reason I'm streaming today is because D&D got canceled, and I accidentally fell asleep at like 9. Look, for once I know what I'm gonna stream. I know I'm gonna stream for the next few days up until 5 days from now. Until next Tuesday, I will be streaming this every time I stream, which would be like 3 times because I'm gonna stream. Wait, today, tomorrow, Sunday. Today, tomorrow morning, probably Sunday evening. I tend to stream on Sunday evenings a lot. That's when I get home from my dad's. And possibly Monday. And then on Tuesday, if I get the DLC, I'm gonna play the DLC for this game. I want it so badly. Or stream's your favorite streamer? Yay, yippee! Also, I refuse to be acknowledged as someone's favorite streamer. That's fake. Not real. Actually, surprisingly, I have like a good plan of what I'm doing for the next while until school actually starts. Because I also have to record stuff for a video that I'm making. My favorite YouTuber? Is that better or and no take backs? Can I refuse the offer? So stupid rat. I hate vermin. I hate blind vermin. They're so annoying. And I can't aim. That also helps why I hate them so much. Because I can't aim. Please. Shoot you. Where? Shoot. This is why I'm doing Rogue Gunner first. Because, like, I can't aim. Hello. How are you? You're gonna take the compliment, pal? Ew, compliments. Ow. It's over for me. I'm sorry. Streaming career's over. I received 1 compliment. Sorry, guys. Deleting the YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm gonna be making for like next while probably. It's probably gonna take like a few months-ish, probably. Knowing how I work on stuff and the fact that school's starting in like 2 weeks-ish. My next video. Career down the whole drain. It's got a singular compliment. Exactly, yeah. It's probably. I'm working on like a really big video. For a small roguelike. Relatively small roguelike. I love roguelikes. I need to make videos on more roguelikes. Because I have a bunch of them. And I want to cover a lot of them. Possibly. But all I've really done with like my videos at least is Isaac and Risk of Rain. Which are both good, I like both. I love playing both of them, but why stick myself to 2 games when I can make videos on other stuff? The video that I'm making is gonna have voice acting. I'm gonna voice people. Oh, and so are 2 of my friends. And we got like the whole list of who's voice acting who. It's gonna be awesome. Whoops. I don't even know what I was. I didn't even want the crowdfunder. I know how to use adaptive chests. Ooh. I want a boss ending the stage. Oh, that's a really good printer. I'd love to get a molten perforator. Oops, I missed. I get so completely mad the game's frosty. Oh no, I get mad at this game a lot too. I get mad at a lot of all the roguelikes I play. Just any game I play. Especially when it's my own fault. But I've decided that because I need to complete stuff, and I refuse to 100% Dead Cells because all my data in Dead Cells got erased, and it's gone, and I'm really sad. I need like 7 achievements for that game. Yeah, 7 achievements for Dead Cells. But I can't. I just can't. I can't play Dead Cells. This is the next best thing, because this is a game I'm actually willing to 100%. I mean, I technically already have 100%ed it, but also this is a game I like playing a lot. Like another game I come close to 100%ing is Terraria, but I need to do 150 fishing quests, and there's no way I'm streaming like a day of me just fishing. I would not be able to stand it. I like the character design for Dead Cells. It's a decent game. I think it's a decent game. It's not a bad game. I just think it's slow. A lot of the time unfair. If you experience in Dead Cells, like Dead Cells is pretty easy. But if you're new to Dead Cells, have fun. It's like, I like the game and all, especially for its animations. I love the animations. I love the character animations for like weapons and stuff, but I cannot stand playing that game. I think progression is slow. Just based on like how you unlock stuff. But also because beating a run is really hard. I guess that's the point. Right? You want your I find for like a roguelike, you want your game to be pretty hard generally. But I think Dead Cells is too hard for like, I don't know, at least my standards for a roguelike. I just think, I don't know, too luck dependent, I guess? Which I guess, to be fair, that's fine for a roguelike. A roguelike being really luck dependent kind of makes sense, because It's like one of the main things of that's like one of the main things of a roguelike. I think Dead Cells doesn't have enough ways to like manipulate your like RNG with it. It's just you get this and you take it. There's a lot of other roguelikes. Most roguelikes, at least the ones I play, have like decent ways to manipulate RNG, or at least like, I don't know, have skill to like kind of counteract their RNG. It's RNG based. I mean, yeah, all roguelikes are. Again, that's like one of the main selling points of a roguelike. Other than infinite replayability, I feel like another like huge thing for roguelikes is how luck dependent they are. They are, for the most part, almost completely random. Like at least a large chunk of the gameplay is randomized. And in most cases, those are like items, right? But with Dead Cells, it's like, well, your items are everything. You can't do a run without any of them. And if you have bad ones, you can't kill anything. I just think Dead Cells kind of makes it like a frustrating gameplay loop for me, so I don't play it as much. So you compare it to like the two main roguelikes I play, The Binding of Isaac and Risk of Rain, I think The Binding of Isaac generally is a lot like is a lot easier as a roguelike. It's a lot easier to play and understand. And getting a good run feels great. Yeah, it's like get what you're getting, don't get upset. Yeah, exactly. And I think like Isaac, for me at least, is kind of like more of like because all I play are roguelikes, I use Isaac as more of like a stress relief kind of thing. Because one, I'm pretty decent at playing Isaac, and two, Isaac isn't a hard game at all. Like, I've played much harder roguelikes. I think Risk of Rain is a lot harder. But for me, Isaac is like a more calming game. Because, like, Risk of Rain is kind of... I like Risk of Rain a lot more, generally. I think mostly because of its visuals. Stage design is amazing in this game. So I like playing it. What I like most about Risk of Rain is its ways to actually manipulate RNG. Right, you're not completely up to the whim of what the random items drop, because you can get printers which allow you to turn your bad items into good ones, or a random item into, you know, a specified item. The printers themselves are still kind of luck based, depending on, right, it depends on what you get in what you get on the printer in the first place, but generally it's a good way to manipulate RNG and try to have like a good run most of the time. Right, something with like the games I just mentioned are like you could win like any run you do if you're skilled enough. If you're skilled enough and know what to do and know how to play the game, you could win any run. But with Dead Cells, I feel like it's more just, you know, you didn't get good enough build. Sucks to be you. Die. It's just a lot more frustrating to me. I'd love a scrapper. I'd love to scrap my bison steak. All two of them. 25 health is so good. Man, I really hope the items they add in Seekers of the Storm aren't like horribly balanced. You know, like sucking games or like skill-based games. I'm kind of the same, except I like luck-based games. My luck in games is horrible. A lot of my I am very well known in my friend groups as being really unlucky. But also, I love luck-based games. They're so cool. They're so funny. It would be so awesome if I had good luck. Still suck at skill based, so it's a double loss for me. Ah, yeah, fair. At least like skill in a game is mostly acquired through just playing the game over and over. Right? You play it enough, and eventually you'll get good at it. Most of the time, So I guess sometimes it can be different depending on like the game, but mostly, right, you play more of a game, you get better at the game. But I kind of like the luck aspect of like either possibly like excelling my game a lot further, or just I don't know, hindering it so much that I just can't win. Except I don't like it. I don't like the latter. When it's just you didn't get lucky enough, fuck you, I guess. That's just lame, and that just feels unfair. But I kind of like it when Ken like gives you the option of like more like risk-based things. I guess an example I could think of is like Risk of Rain 2's lunar items. Right, for the most part, the lunar items, one, use a different type of currency to use. That's harder to get. So it's harder to get them, but for the items, it's like, we'll give you a pretty strong effect, but with a cost. I do think most lunar items in this, I feel like the lunar items in Risk of Rain, though, are like either super strong or just bad, like actually just hinders you. But I like the idea for lunar items where we give you something like pretty powerful, but the cost is something else. Something like what was the item called? The Hellfire Tincture is an equipment that essentially gives you a great AoE ability. What it does is it sets fire to everywhere around you, and it does a lot of damage. But the downside of it is that it hurts you as well, which I think is a pretty cool idea. It's a shame that the Hellfire Tincture sucks, but I think it's a cool idea. Or like the Spinal Tonic, which is an all stat up as long as you use it. Like as when it's active, it's an all stat up. But as soon as that effect expires, you get the chance of getting an all stats down. For as long as the equipment isn't active. It's like real life drugs. Right, I think it's a cool idea, and unlike Hellfire Tincture, Spinal Tonic is extremely strong, especially when paired with the Gestures of the Drowned. But it's a cool idea. I like that option of like adding like a bit more of a risk to your gameplay. Which is also why I like a lot of bad items in like Isaac and stuff. The concepts are cool, and sometimes they aren't that good. Yeah. Like, yeah, my big problem with Risk of Rain lunar items is that there's two sides of them. Either they're super good, super broken, like Gesture of the Drowned, which is supposed to have the down, which makes your equipment cooldowns much shorter, but the downside is supposed to be that you automatically use them. It's only really a downside on a few equipments. a lot of equipments don't mind automatically activating them. Which is what makes Gesture of the Drowned so broken. Is because, for the most part, it's kind of just free cooldown reduction. If I had like a disposable missile launcher, I wouldn't mind if that automatically went on cooldown because that's just free, or I automatically use it because that's just free damage. A spinal tonic works great with Gesture of the Drowned because with enough of them, you can make it so that the spinal tonic never actually goes on cooldown, thus never giving you the tonic affliction, which would give you the all stats down. Right, you'd never be affected by it. Which is why Spinal Tonic is such a good item. Also because Spinal Tonic's all status are super good. It's a really large all stat up. Or, you know, they can just be absolutely horrible and never take them. Like, I don't know, Stoneflux Potion. Which has the upside of doubling your health, but has the downside of halving your speed. Having speed is really bad in this game because speed is a really important aspect. Because you need to dodge stuff. If you don't dodge stuff, you will die. And so having your movement speed, doubling your health sounds great. Like, I can take double the amount of hits. That's awesome. But you also can't. But you also take double the hits, or sometimes more. And suddenly, that item doesn't sound so good. It's also the reason why I never take lunar items. I only take one lunar item because I love it so much. The Defiant Gouge makes it so that you spawn enemies when you use a shrine. Right, the downside of it is that you spawn enemies when using a shrine, and the upside of it is that these enemies give you money, which means you can use shrines more. I think it's a really funny item, especially if you just forget about it and kind of just like spam a shrine. It's really silly, but also I think it's like just like a well-designed lunar item. While it is like super good because if you're good enough, the downside of spawning enemies kind of just becomes free money. Right? But I think it's a good design for a lunar item because the downside can effectively be circumvented through skill. And what I don't like about Spinal Tonic is that when all you need is 4 Gestures of the Drowned and you can just, and the lunar stores sell 5 items total, but you can just get a Spinal Tonic and 4 Gestures in the same stage. Suddenly you just become unstoppable and you just win. That's lame in my eyes. I don't like that. That's boring. But I like the Defiant Gouge where it's like, if you're good enough, right, the downside of enemies spawning everywhere isn't as bad if you know how to deal with them. But if you can't deal with them, then most chances are you're probably just gonna die. Which is interesting because it's either you just get a bunch of money back from using the shrine, or you die and it's entirely your fault because you're the one who used the shrine. You had the item. I just think it's a funny item. That's fine. I don't even remember what this item was. I've used this language pack for too long. I'm actually forgetting item names. I have no idea what it's called. The red item I just picked up. I think it's a pretty nice item. Being able to turn to elites basically is a cool effect. But I don't know if it's typically not that good of an effect though. Because it only lasts for so long. Elite aspects are super strong. being an elite is really good. When it's only for a limited time, it's kind of off-putting. Especially when some of them replace your health as shields. Like overloading, overloading and the other one, the blue one, lunar, becoming like lunar elite or perfected elites. That's what they're called, perfected or a perfected or overloading elite are both like good. I mean, they replace your health as shields, which is interesting. And in Monsoon, that's just effectively just a free heal. But as shown just now, when you go out of it, at least in Monsoon, or not in Monsoon, in Eclipse, half your health goes away, or half the health that was turned into shield goes away. Which makes it not super good in Eclipse. It's a really good item in Monsoon, I think. But also there's also the fact that some elite aspects aren't super useful at all. Glacial slows enemies down, which is pretty nice sometimes, but most of the time not super useful. Mending elites give the ability to heal your allies, but if you don't have any allies, then it's useless. Elite aspects are weird. So you gain extra health for a lot, but lose and more later. Yeah, basically. In Monsoon, in like the normal difficulties, essentially you just gain a like free 50% heal. Since it replaces half your max health with shields, right? It will replace, once you kill that overloading elite, you would gain half your health in shields, basically. And then it would be like you lose half your health, but you gain that health back as shields. And once that effect's over, you gain the health back from like how much the shields was. So if you're at full shields, like by the time it ends, you're gonna get all that health, all that 50% health back. But due to how Eclipse 1 works, which makes it so that ally starting health is 50%, when it removes the shield from you, it kind of re-triggers that effect, thus making you lose half of your shields, or half of what was the shields. Which can be very bad, especially when you're perfected elite, because perfected makes it so that all your health is shielded. So when the effect runs out on the crown, I still don't remember what it's called. When that timer runs out after being, you know, a perfected elite temporarily, you lose half your health. Done. You just, yeah, and you just have to wait for it to heal again. There's quite a few items that are like super good in like Monsoon or like the normal difficulties, but horrible in Eclipse. So like the med kit is a great item for sustainability. Makes it so that you heal. It makes it so that when you get hit after a bit of a delay, you heal a percentage of your health plus 10 per stack. I think it's like 2% of your health plus 10 per stack, which is really good in normal difficulties, but in Eclipse, at least Eclipse 5, especially when healing is cut by half, it becomes a really bad item because most of the time you're taking more damage than you're healing. Like the healing becomes so much worse, thus it's mostly not worth it. A lot of healing items are a lot worse once you reach Eclipse 5. Eclipse 5 or higher is when the healing items just get destroyed. It's why Rex is not a good Eclipse character, because oh my god, ow. Because Rex's whole gimmick is that it heals and it essentially it uses health as a resource. So so some of its skills hurt it, but also some of its skills heal it back. Which is a very cool gimmick for like normal difficulties. But Rex becomes horrible in Eclipse. Once you reach Eclipse 5, and especially Eclipse 8, the gimmicks of losing your health or using your health as a resource becomes bad, just actively detrimental. Eclipse 5 sucks because it reduces the healing that Rex gets. Which one, I mean, I guess it doesn't change the fact that Rex has the most healing in a character's base kit. But it's just a lot worse. Eclipse 8 is when they really get destroyed. Because Eclipse 8 makes it so that damage you take is permanent. At least that's what the description says. It's basically when you take damage equal to like a certain amount of percentage of your health or higher. If you take a lot of damage, you lose a portion of the damage you take, but permanently. You lose that health. It's not even permanent, it's for the stage. But whenever you take damage, you essentially lose a little bit of your health for the rest of the stage. Which really sucks for Rex because all of the abilities that hurt Rex reduce his maximum health. Which is why Rex is so limited in its moveset for Eclipse. It's like for Rex's loadouts, around half of Rex's abilities use their health as a cost, right? They hurt Rex to, deal a good effect. Use the move, basically. But it suddenly becomes not so good when it suddenly becomes really bad when that move costs you permanently, or for the stage. I don't know why I keep using permanently, it's for the stage. The game says permanently, but it's not actually permanent. Right, so when your moves actually just reduce your max health, it suddenly just because it doesn't become good. So in turn, Rex's moveset in Monsoon is basically you don't use your health as a resource, but that half the moveset tends to have weaker effects, basically. So it's like Rex's moveset's work is that half of it is basically its robot half, and half of it is the plant half. The plant movesets are typically stronger, but they cost health, right? So they're more risk-reward, right? You risk losing health, but as a reward you do more damage or gets more effects. The plant or the robot half doesn't have the health cost, but they're for the most part weaker. Generally do less and they don't have much of an immediate effect. Which is a shame because you're stuck to the robot moveset for Eclipse. At least Eclipse 8 for sure. Right, not exactly like Eclipses 1 through 7. It's just you're really forced into having pretty much your whole moveset be robot stuff for Eclipse 8 specifically, because losing max health is pretty bad. Gotta say, not very fun. Ow. Oh, good thing I have 2 more of these potions. Uh-oh. Okay, I blocked it. Nice. All planned. On the other hand, there's Loader essentially circumvents one like the scariest, in my opinion, one like the scariest eclipses. When you're when you're first starting Eclipse, Eclipse 3 is probably like the first true like difficulty spike of Eclipse. Eclipse 1 to 2 isn't that bad. Ow! Eclipse 1 makes it so that whenever you start a stage, you start with half your health, basically. You start a stage with half of your health. So I am getting destroyed. That's why I don't like playing Railgunner, because late game, she feels weak. And especially once the game starts sending you like clumps of enemies. Right, railgun is so single target based. It just goes very weak. It's also why I'm doing railgunner first, because I hate railgunner. I don't like playing her. Not my least favorite to play, but it feels so good to play as railgunner for like the first 2 to 3 stages. And then suddenly you don't do that much damage. That's my problem with burst characters just generally. Is that a lot of the burst characters kind of just feel like, oh, you know, it's great for the first, like, for the early game. First 2, 3 stages, you just obliterate enemies. And then suddenly you reach, like, the 4th or 5th stage, and you can't kill them anymore. Especially with how a lot of burst characters, most burst characters have a lot of their damage in, like, moves that are meant to be single target moves. There's some exceptions, but a lot of your damage is coming from single target damage. And making it so that essentially you're best used for like fighting a boss. And only the boss, because you fight other enemies, it becomes a lot worse. Another thing with railgunner is I can't aim. Unfortunately, this character requires you to aim. Uh-oh. At least it's on the lead. And it's like, for burst characters at least, like, just the late game, unless you have like a really good run, the late game on a burst character feels so weak. You can't deal with normal enemies, especially at like the start of the stage when they spawn a ton of them. Because a lot of the time your kit isn't equipped to deal with all the damage or all the enemies that spawn. If I made a list of burst damage characters, Commander Huntress, Bandit is mostly single target. Right, Multi is a burst damage character, I guess, in the case of the rebar punchers, which is also, despite the fact that they can pierce, you're not going to be using the piercing mechanic a lot. So Multi's also more single target based. Like, the only burst characters that are mostly like good for like multiple targets, like AoE damage, like Artificer and Loader. Because Loader's piercing on Loader's charged gauntlet is a lot better than like Multi's rebar puncher, because the hitbox of the punch is a lot larger. Right, and Artificer does mostly AoE damage, just generally. Both her secondaries, which is most for damage, are great for dealing with crowds. Her utility is a great crowd control option, and both her secondaries can do decent damage for. Or actually, I don't remember if Flamethrower pierces or not. Because if Flamethrower pierces, then it would be good for like crowd control. But if it doesn't, then. But I don't remember because I don't use Flamethrower. Because Ion Surge is for the most part better. Ion Surge, I guess, has the downside of it does less damage, but also teleporting or flying you like super high in the air gives you a lot of survivability, since a lot of enemies can't hit you as well in the air. A lot of enemies they can't really go up anywhere. Right, most enemies struggle with vertical mobility. Hell, range attacks from above are a lot less scary because you have more room to dodge in the air than you do on the ground. Speaking of which, I should probably use my equipment more. This is a pretty good escape tool. I don't really use the egg for much else other than escape tool. The egg is, I guess the egg is like, oh no. I died, never mind. The egg is supposed to be like aggressive mobility basically. Right? It lasts for not super long. It doesn't last for a super long time. But it can do damage to enemies. And dealing damage to enemy resets the amount of time you're in the egg for. So it's supposed to be, you run into enemies with the egg to deal a bunch of damage to them. Right, and you stay in the egg with your extra mobility. But the downside is you can't actually attack while you're in the egg. But I don't like using it as more of an aggressive option. Unless I know I can take a hit from the enemy, I don't think it's that as good as an aggressive option. Right, unless the enemy is slow or like has slow attacks or just like I know I won't die or take like too much damage from it. I use this more as just an escape tool, just to leave bad situations. That actually looks really nice and fun. Sounds fun to play. I agree. This game looks incredible. I love how this game looks. I love the stage design in this game. What? Okay, well I can't believe I didn't jump that. I think a wisp knocked me back. You know, this game is still probably gonna rage quit in it though. Yeah, that's fair. Especially when you're starting. I think it's when you're starting like any roguelike, right? You tend to fall a lot more into like the rage quit kind of thing where it's like you're new to the game, you don't exactly know what you're doing, so you more or less blame it on the game. It's the game's fault. They, you know, I didn't do anything bad there. Something like that. Because that's how I acted. I still do act like that sometimes. Although most of the time it's more of a joking matter. It's like something that's like very obviously my fault. But it's like that was the game. That I didn't do that. And like if I actually like was more serious with it, it would be 100% my fault. But it's kind of funny to kind of just joke about how my death that shouldn't have happened if I just focused better or was better, right? It's funny to blame the game. Oh, it's not the heat. I guess also another thing is like in the heat of the moment, right? You need something to blame. You need something to blame, and I'm not blaming myself. What the hell do you think I am? I'm good at this game. I think Risk of Rain does a pretty nice job at making things your fault. Like making it feel like it was your fault for dying, right? It wasn't just, oh, I don't even know what happened. I just died for no reason. A lot of the time it's more of like, okay, well, I died like from this, so what can I do better from it? Right, most of the time, how I die from Railgunner is that I focus too hard on one enemy. That's my big problem with Railgunner, is that I focus a lot too hard on one large enemy, right? I don't deal with smaller ones or kill the large enemy fast enough, making more enemies spawn, which usually end up causing me dead because enemies spawn behind me and I'm not paying attention, so I just die. The best player around is just the game being silly. I swear, it's so true. I never won. I never won a game, but that was not my fault because I'm the best player. I know how this game works fully. It wasn't my fault. It was the game. A lot of people do that, where they just try to find something to blame. They just try to find like the first excuse they can think of about how it wasn't their fault. Which, to be fair, I don't actually blame anyone for doing that. It's mostly like in the heat of the moment, right? Very like emotional about it. And again, if you just like step back and try to like actually like figure out what happened, it suddenly becomes a lot more clear that like yeah, that was my fault and it was just the game being stupid. I wish there was a way for me to like look at my risk of rain look at my like risk of rain runs, right, and see what I did wrong in them or what I did right. Because I feel like that would be very helpful. So just for like Risk of Rain, this third-person shooter where I can't really see much. Oh, I have no more. I have no more potions. No more chaos elixirs. That's a shame. I guess I'll just have to not die. Or not take too much damage. Yeah, I think Risk of Rain is a game you need. There's a surprising amount of learning to it. Like, there's quite a surprising amount to know. It's not like you have to know everything to be good at the game. You really don't. It's just, for the most part, a lot of it is like, oh, you should sprint all the time because the extra movement that gives you is super helpful. Right? Don't just try to attack enemies 100% of the time because that's going to slow you down and you're going to take more hits because you're slower. Or something like, figure out which items are good on which characters. Because, of course, that's important. Being able to make a build is important. Also, I'm scared of this boss. This orb is kind of scary. Don't walk into it, please. I love how I told myself that, and then I proceeded to walk into it. So if I can just dodge it well enough. I think I can kill it. There we go. Nice. Shurikens isn't bad. Shurikens is not a bad reward at all. Boop, 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 beep. There we go. Yes, Railgunner's secondary can pierce. Like, this rail cannon shot, it can pierce, but it's still, Railgun is mostly a single target based character. It's mostly what I don't like about a lot of burst characters is just because they're so based around single target damage. Which, to be fair, most characters are, almost everyone is. I just think it feels a lot worse as a burst character. Ow. Also, that is not a fun very fun location for the teleporter. What? It didn't even split into other enemies. That's not... What? Okay, my gut broke and didn't split. That was so apparent up here. But yeah, if you can get a good run going, or you're good enough at the game to, like, be able to manage bad runs, right, this game becomes really simple. I'm going down. A lot of it is like situational awareness. Knowing what to do when is very important. But to be fair, what I'm saying could be completely wrong. I'm not the best at this game. Like, I feel like I can say I'm pretty good at this game, but I'm definitely not the best person to ask for, like, advice or anything. I know how to play this game pretty well, but I still have a lot of problems. I make mistakes a lot. I mean, everyone does. So it just happens. Boop. Nice. Okay, almost done the teleporter. That's good. Though I will have to be careful. Oh, the Lemurians are scary. Oh, ow. Solar mushrooms. I know this. I know this so much. Like with Sky Meadows, you cannot stay still at all. There's some other stages where standing a lot is like late game stages. I never make mistakes because it's always the game fault. True. Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault. It was the game. Well, there's just a lot of late game stages, especially. So there's a reason why like a big tip I see like floating around. It's like don't stand still in this game. Is because a lot of the later stages, especially with later stages, there's a lot of enemies that really punish you for staying still, even for a little bit. But also, I don't think that tip's entirely true. Like, I feel like the rule of, oh, never stand still, that's just gonna kill you, is exactly true. Yeah, generally moving is a lot better, but, like, generally, you should be moving most of the time. But sometimes, maybe standing still is your best bet. Okay, before I go to the moon, I would love to scrap items. If this was Eclipse 8, I would be dead, by the way. Like, I would have died way earlier on in this level. Good thing I'm only in Eclipse 7 right now. Here, so before I go to the moon, I want to scrap some stuff because on the moon there are places where I can trade items for better ones. Like printers, but upgrades, I guess. Okay, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, I can do that. Yep, 16, 18. Just a tip for the moon. So on the moon there are like cauldrons, and they take a certain amount of scraps or items of a certain quality and give you an item of a higher quality. Or I guess in one case of reds, they trade 1 red item for 3 white items. But for like, in terms of like scrapping stuff, white items should always be in like in increments of 3, and green items should always be in increments of 5, as those are the costs for getting a higher quality item. So the last thing I should scrap. I am kind of tempted to scrap the red whip, but also that is really good mobility. I probably scrap the shift and press form. I don't really need the 1 free item this stage, next stage. And I think I want to keep my other 1 stack items. My Wax Quail and my red whip are like almost my only mobility, and I need the Rose Buckler gives me survivability. The Fuel Cell allows me to skip pillars. Oh, and the Chronobauble. I could have scrapped the Chronobauble, to be honest. Oh, okay, there goes my watch. Maybe the tips never stand still is a good tip. And I'm just dumb and ignorant and don't listen. No, the game was just bugging out. Yeah. Because that it would never be my fault. It couldn't be my fault. I did not just... I would never just stand still while an enemy is shooting at me. No. Never. I see that. For the moon, there is a very heavy like priority list for what enemies you should fight, or which enemies you should kill first. Because there's only 3 enemies that can spawn on this stage, and by far the worst enemy to fight is the lunar wisps, as their attacks are hit scan, and they do a lot of damage. Oh, it regen all its shields. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. So that's why you should kill lunar wisps? Ow. Oh my god. That hurt. That did all of my health. Unfortunately for me, I can't aim, and I suck at railgunner. And also, man, I did not do that much damage. So I did a lot of damage to bosses, but against normal enemies, man, it sucked. It was a shame I couldn't get any more mobility at all. Unfortunately, I kind of just got unlucky and got a lot of really bad items. But also, I could have easily dodged that attack. If I'd realized that it was charging it up, I could have dodged that. Oh, I'm just gonna do another. I mean, I guess like the other option is to continue more runs. Again, I want to beat Railgunner first. I might switch over to other characters depending on whether I get bored or not. Basically, it's just pretty much just a matter of if I get bored of playing this character over and over, I'm gonna play another character. Right, but generally, I'm gonna stick to my list on the other corner of the screen. On the the bottom left corner. I was good at Railgunner at one point. When I was getting achievements for Railgunner, that's when I was really good at her. But to be fair, I'm still not entirely used to the speed change from Eclipse 4 that much on Railgunner. I mean, I've played a lot of Railgunner on Eclipse. So I've been stuck in Eclipse 7 for quite a bit. But it's also the 50 or like I think it's 40% extra speed that the enemies get. It's a lot. Makes it a lot harder to aim at enemies. Game's very nice early game. Early game is very like nice and calming. Bro's actually W gamers never miss a shot in my life. Yup. Yeah, never. If you just don't pay attention to all the shots I've missed, yeah, I've never missed a shot. That's good. Good mobility. Mobility is great. One of the best defenses is to just not get hit. You survive a lot better if you just don't take damage. Which is such a stupid tip to give. Because, like, yeah, it's true. But also, they're just saying that, like, yeah, just don't take damage and you'll be fine. I find that's like the biggest argument for like why you should take mobility and over like, you know, healing or just general defense items. Which is stupid because like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Never missed the game was gooder. True. Yeah, if the game was made better, yep. I'd never miss. Because I'm good at shooter games and I will always claim to be good at shooter games. I do not always claim to be horrible at them. What does it say? Oh yeah, movement. It's like movement in this game is probably just generally like the best form of surviving a run. Like again, if you don't get hit, you won't die if you just don't get hit. Because like the other two things have, because like just defensive items and healing have pretty big flaws. If you can't heal, if you can't out heal what the enemy's doing to you, that's bad. Especially on Eclipse 5, it's a lot worse. It's a lot more of a problem because healing is cut by half. More defensive items generally have the problem of you're gonna be taking a lot of damage anyways, while like a rose buckler giving, I believe, a 30% damage reduction. You just don't get hit. Exactly. I believe rose buckler makes it so that you gain a 30% damage reduction when you're running, when you're sprinting, but 30% is still only so much. Why do you think I'm not getting hit sooner? Yeah, exactly. Of course. I mean, if you just thought of it, then yeah. Again, it's really stupid advice, but it's kind of true, and it's just dumb like that. Because it's like a rose buckler gives 30% damage reduction, I still think, yeah, but that's only 30% of the damage you take. You're still getting hit for 70% of the damage, which is a lot later game because enemies do a ton of damage late game. An oddly shaped opal gives 50% damage reduction for the first time you get hit on like a cooldown. Right, but it's only once. Something like a tougher times or safer spaces, which has a chance to fully block damage or will guarantee block damage on a cooldown, respectively. Those are both really good items, but the downside of both of them, the downside of both of them is that tougher times is luck based. Is like fully RNG, and if you're getting swarmed by a lot of enemies and you're getting hit a lot, safer spaces isn't super useful as it's only going to block one piece of damage. So they have like pretty substantial weaknesses. But mobility kind of just only has the weakness of I guess, I don't know, you can run into projectiles more, something like that. It's gonna be stupid reasoning, but generally mobility is just your best way of dodging, just because just move out of the way of the attack. A lot of attacks are either really like really largely telegraphed or are kind of slow. A Lemurian's fireball isn't super telegraphed a lot of the time, especially since Lemurians are small and come in large numbers. But they're slow. They're a bit slow, so it's a lot easier to dodge. A Lesser Wisp, you can't really dodge Lesser Wisp's attacks unless you're really fast. But a Lesser Wisp, they attack fast, and their attacks are effectively hit scan. But one, it's telegraphed where they're generally shooting, and two, they don't do a lot of damage. They do like no damage. And Eclipse 8, they're annoying though, because it's just like just enough for them to reduce your max health. Other things like a Stone Titan does a ton of damage, or not stone, a Stone Golem does a ton of damage with its laser attack. But it's super obvious when it's attacking you, because it has, one, a super long charge up. It takes a while for it to hit you. But also, there is a giant red laser aiming at you. I think the best thing you could do is try to move out of that giant red laser. It's like, stone golems are not quick to turn. Right, honestly, the scariest thing about stone golems is the fact that when they hit like terrain or something, it has a little AoE explosion, which hits me a lot. That's why I hate fighting stone golems, because I can't dodge their AoE attack. It's stupid, and I could just solve it by jumping or something, but it's annoying. But getting hit by a stone golem's like actual laser beam does a ton of damage, especially for like a rather common enemy that can spawn on stage 1. It does a lot. So my mobility is good for like dodging a Stone Titan, because Stone Titans can't turn super quickly, so you can just walk around it and it won't hit you. A lot of attacks are more like either they're super it's either like they don't do a lot of damage, but you know, you don't know that they're happening, or like they're a lot faster to come out, or they're a lot slower but do a ton of damage. I guess the biggest exception to this would probably be like Mithrix, because all of his attacks do a lot of damage. So much. But Mithrix's whole thing as a fight is that, one, it's the final boss. Like, of course it's gonna be hard. But also, Mithrix is supposed to be fast. And generally, like, it's not too bad, because it sucks when you first fight Mithrix, because you don't know what he's gonna do. Like, obviously, yeah, that's annoying. But when you get used to like the Mithrix fight, a lot of his attacks come so much easier to deal with, because Mithrix's weakness is his range, his lack of range. Like, sure, Mithrix is fast, but you can also just outrun him. It's surprisingly not that hard to just outrun the final boss, which I think is kind of funny. Because, like, Mithrix's whole deal in, like, the actual Risk of Rain lore is that he makes constructs, basically. He makes constructs, and because, I don't know, he's mad and he got trapped on the moon. But essentially, they're like prepared for combat and stuff. But, you know, he's essentially Mythix tries to go for speed. It's awesome. A lot of Mythix's philosophy for like combat is speed over power. But for Mythix, Mythix has both. If Mythix hits you, it hits like a truck. Mythix is it's still funny because Mythix a lot of times. Again, Mythix's philosophy for like combat is speed. Right, just come at them faster. Kill them faster than kill you, basically. But his last phase is the slowest enemy, I think, just in the game. Oh my god! I'm screenshotting this. Well, he hits like a drunk driver. Yep, exactly. If I can get a credit card or an executive card, that's what it's actually called, that'd be so good. Because I can get 3 Lensmaker's glasses. Which, to be fair, would be a lot better on any other character. Most other characters, I lie. Because Railgunner's main gimmick is that Railgunner can't crit. So most characters start with like a 1% crit chance. They have a chance to crit their attacks, right, which deals double damage. But Railgunner's main gimmick is that she can't crit. Instead, she has a way to guarantee crits. And all the crit chance you would normally get turns into crit damage. Which again leads into she has a way to guarantee a crit. Right? She can't randomly crit. But if you can aim well enough, she'll always crit. Which, to be fair, it's not super hard to hit the headshots that you need. Like, critting is just hitting within these giant red circles. So they're not circles, they're squares. Oh, Cycler. Cycler's really good. It's an interesting gimmick. Railgunner has an interesting gimmick. I don't like it that much. But I think that's more of the way of how Railgunner plays. I think the passive is fine, honestly. I like the idea of it. I think it fits into like a sniper playstyle, because that's what she's supposed to be. Supposed to be more of a sniper, like sniper character. So making it so that emphasizing hitting the headshots by making it your only way to crit, I think is a cool idea. It's a shame I can't aim. Railgunner isn't even the only character that can guarantee a crit. Bandit can also guarantee crit. But Bandits is a lot more forgiving. Because Bandits just requires you to be behind an enemy and you do double damage to them. And also you can randomly crit as normal too. It's not like that's your only way to crit. Which I think is kind of weird because Railgunner can't crit normally. And Bandit is a lot easier to get. Bandit's guaranteed crit is a lot easier to get. But I don't think it's a problem. I think it's more of a problem that Railgunner was released much after Bandit. Oh, it's a cool idea because yeah, exactly. I can't aim, therefore I hate it. I like it. Okay, I like the passive. I like the passive a lot. It works well with the gameplay of how Railgunner plays. I just don't like Railgunner because I don't like how Railgunner plays. which again is why I'm completing her first. I don't like playing Railgunner, so if I can get done with her earlier, that's better for me. It's also because Railgunner is the character I'm easily the worst at. Sorry, because the first two characters I put on my to-do list are both burst characters. Actually, if I wasn't entirely thinking, I wasn't like super thinking like, oh, how hard will this be? Will I hate it? I was more thinking of, I mean, I kind of was. It's like, which characters do I suck at more? Like, which characters do I know I'm bad at? Which characters do I think I'm good at? And also, their eclipse level kind of helped with that too. Right, but surprisingly to me, I like it because it ties out. I don't like playing. Yes, exactly. Also, I'm dead again. I hate playing her. I think she's annoying to play. But her moveset's good. Her moveset works well for the character. I just don't want to play the character. I would like the character better if... Dang, this game is messing up. I'm right. Yep, it's the game. It's all the game. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I died on, like, super early on. I'm playing Bandit. I'm playing another character. Yeah, never my fault. True. I'm playing a different character because I don't want to play as Railgunner anymore. Like, I will have to get to her eventually, but... Having one run go to the very end, and then having your next two runs end pretty much at the start is pretty frustrating. It's fine. I like Bandit. I like playing Bandit. Never mind, I hate playing Bandit. Like, Bandit's whole gimmick is that... Okay, Bandit has two main things. Guaranteed crits and his special ability. As long as Bandit is generally behind the enemy, you'll crit every time. Guaranteed, no fails. If you're not critting, you're not behind the enemy. But the other thing... This is actually crazy. Wait, which one? Huh? Oh, you mean... Yeah. The other thing is his special. Lights Out, or in the case of what I'm using, Desperado. Both of his specials work around... I like playing Bandit. Never mind, I hate playing... Yeah, exactly. I missed one shot. I didn't kill him. So... Oh, whoops. Bandit's gimmick is... Or Bandit's gimmick on his special is that... Your special is used as a finisher, basically. It gets bonus damage based on fuck. It does bonus damage based on how much health the enemy is missing. So it's a lot stronger when the enemy is missing more health. But also, the other thing is that when you kill an enemy with it, the game's fun, honestly. Yeah, exactly. The other thing is that when you kill an enemy with it, you get an effect. For Lights Out, his default special, it resets all your cooldowns. But for Desperado, the one I'm using, it gives you a stacking damage up on Desperado. Right, so it's basically where Lights Out is used more if you want to like spam your abilities a lot. But Desperado allows you to one-shot things. Desperado is generally just better. I'm enough existing variety now. Hi, how are you? But yeah, Desperado gives it. While Lights Out is kind of cool with the cooldown reset, Bandit's cooldowns are rather short. His highest cooldown is Smoke Bomb with 6 seconds, but its uptime is 3 seconds. So effectively, Smoke Bomb's cooldown is 3. Its existence is crazy. I could never. I couldn't do that either. But yeah, Lights Out has a cool gimmick. Has an interesting gimmick of resetting your cooldowns. I just don't think it. I just don't think Bandit needs it or uses it much at all. Because other than, I guess his other two abilities have a 4-second cooldown, which is rather short. I was gonna say that's the lowest. I was gonna say that's like the lowest base cooldown in an ability. But the lowest base cooldown on ability is half a second. I am playing Risk of Rain 2. It is a third-person shooter roguelike. It's pretty fun. I missed. Yeah, it's oh, whoops. How do I describe stuff? Oh, it's a shooter game. That's the first thing. It's a shooter game. But basically, generally, what you do is kill enemies to get money. Money allows you to open chests, which give you items. Items make you stronger. And characters have some cool, funny gimmicks as well, because if every character was the same, that would be boring. Yeah, like, Bandit doesn't really need Lights Out for the cooldown reset, because his cooldowns are so short. But Desperado is a lot better because Lights Out is more situational, while Desperado can be used all the time. Since the damage up stacks, it scales really well. Right? You can use this early on in stage. Desperado isn't that good, and it kind of does take a while to set up. Hear the chair again? Yeah, I know my chair is very creaky. It's not my fault. It's missing 2 of its screws. Like I need to replace them still. I still need to put them back in. Actually, it's not, but it does take a while for Desperado to ramp up. But Desperado can do a ton of damage. All games nowadays. Oh, there's a problem here. I have a gun. I have games that don't have guns in them. But also, a gun's an awesome solution, right? Don't you think? There's all the things I can do with it. Oh my god, that is such a stupid way to die. Still streaming. How long is it? It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. It's not that bad. Not that long. It's not been that long. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I'm not saying guns are bad. What are you saying? Bits are repetitive? I don't think I want to play Bandit anymore. After that, after literally just walking off the stage, I don't think I want to play this character anymore. I'm good at this game, I swear. Okay, I'm going back to playing Railgunner. I think there's something There's so many gun games, yeah. Grr, I hate Bandit. Yeah, exactly. My two emotions. Yay, I love Bandit, and grr, I hate Bandit. So it is with every character. Yay, I love this character. And just, I hate this character so much, I want them to die. Look, that Bandit death... Okay, actually, all my deaths this run have been fully my fault, but... That Bandit death was just stupid. On my part. Like, there was no reason for me... I just walked off the map. I don't have an excuse for that. I just walked off the map. I have two sides. Feels the exact same, but except about 10 lost. Ah, yes. Yippee! Bandit! Hey, Bandit! Alright, Bandit. I hate Bandit. This character sucks. Ah! You focus on chat. If anything is your fault. No, it's not. It's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself. Whoops. Through my time through streaming, I figured out how to mostly like multitask, looking through chat and look like playing the game. It wasn't the fault of me looking at chat. It was the fault of I didn't notice the end of the stage right there. I always think I have like more space than I actually do. Which just led me to my downfall. It's the game's fault. Yeah, of course. It's always the game's fault. Right? It can't be my fault because it's the game. I'm playing the game. Therefore it's the game's fault. Bad game, I'm leaving a negative review. I don't have my DLC yet. That's my negative review. I can't wait 5 days. Less than 5 days. It's less than 5 days. I can't wait until Tuesday. I need it now. Actually, that was... Yeah, my DLC, goddammit. Exactly. That was my review for the original Risk of Rain game. When they were making Risk of Rain Returns, which was a remake of the original game for their 10th anniversary. But my review for the original game was that I want Risk of Rain Returns. And that was it. I just complained that I want it now. Because it wasn't supposed to be an actual review. It was just really funny. None of my okay, I reviewed a few of my games on Steam, and almost none of them are actual reviews or anything. They're mostly just like, yeah, I recommend this game, and then I just say something stupid. Like, I hate this game or something. I think I have one actual review, and that was for Hollow Knight. Where I actually put effort into genuinely making a review for it. And that is the only game I will make a review for. Or an actual one for. Because why make an actual review when I can be stupid and funny and just... Yeah, exactly, Benity. Why probably review games when you can be funny? Also, hi, Benity. Funny is best. I agree. It isn't worth it if it isn't funny. This is why I play. This is why I play luck-based games, despite my luck being horrible. It's funny. They're funny. I could make so many crowbars right now. Funny is good, but freaky is better. No, I think funny is better. I'm making a ton of crowbars. 4 crowbars. It's just what I need. The ability to one-shot everything. How I did 100,000 plus damage in one shot. I'm quoting a Lazy Matman video. Ooh, another ice band. Bands are great for burst characters. They give you so much damage. Freaky is inferior, but not the worst. There's a freak machine. That'd be chaos. I'm not doing that. I will never do that. That's around I got infinite crowbars. Yeah, exactly. I got infinite crowbars. Do not imagine a freaky stream. I'm not. That's never, again, that's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna do that. Anyone here have resting stupid face? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I would answer the question if I knew what it meant. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Ow. Ooh, watch printer. Wait, that's actually super good. There we go. 3 crowbars, 2 watches. It's just what I needed. Fun fact, in this game, damage multipliers are multiplicative. Resting stupid faces. Guys crossing mouth journal. Yeah, I don't have that. I kind of just like, my resting face is more of just me having my mouth slightly open. Three different idiot laughs, 3 stupid smiles, and a very little faith in anything. Oh, of course. Which don't work sometimes, okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fair. Like, that makes sense, yeah. But also, that's... I mean, of course, like, you're not gonna be perfect with writing anything. Sometimes it makes sense to you, but also on the other hand, right, it might not make sense to someone else. It's like a thing where it's like, if I explain something to you, it would make perfect sense for me, but you might not understand it. Which is why I don't go super into detail into like a lot of game stuff that I do. Because I'm mostly afraid of like, oh, they probably just won't understand anything of what I'm saying. Because like the games I'm interested in, I get like, when I'm interested in something, I get super into it, and I try to like figure out the most I can about it. I need to know everything. This is why I have 2,000 hours in The Binding of Isaac. Ooh, the crowbar. I feel like my tongue, I'm chilling, so think of a little slow chat. Ah. No, it's fine. You can be slow all you want. I'm slow too. I don't understand, just ask questions. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's fair. Like, uh, rationally, yeah, if someone doesn't understand, obviously they're just like ask about it. Like, if I don't understand, then I'm just like, I don't know, I don't understand this. Like, can you help me with that or something? But it's always just like the irrational fear of like, oh, maybe they just don't understand and they're just super confused and... Where are you? Die. I think I found the fun in burst characters. Big boy, so know everything? Oh, of course, yeah. That makes sense. I believe you. You know everything. If you try hard enough, you will know everything. I wouldn't recommend that, actually. That sounds like a lot of knowledge to know. Does not that sound fun for my tiny little stupid brain? Okay. First stage is always like one of the easiest. Gained ethereal knowledge because I'm a grown up. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, so once you become grown up, you gain just like a bunch of knowledge instantly. Just by the way, as soon as you reach like a certain age, uh, you just gain a ton of knowledge. Yup, I'm a reliable source, by the way. Energy drink. Would I rather goat hoof or I'd rather goat hoof? Because Rogan doesn't sprint as much. And because I wear poles instead of diapers now. Yep. That makes sense, yeah. Boop, bop. Beep. Oh, bop. Apparently that's an updated opinion, because other people, like, as soon as they get an I don't get it or something, they shut down, don't even try to explain. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I think why that probably happens is because it's just like I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I think like I guess the reason why people would like just like shut down, right? If someone like asked like didn't understand something is probably just because it's like it's kind of like, oh, they don't understand. It's like that's just embarrassing for me or something. I think it's like, oh, it's like someone just says I don't understand, and suddenly it's kind of like, oh, I've been explaining this for so long. That just feels embarrassing. Anyways, I'm taking a break from Risk of Rain for right now, and I'm gonna draw a little something because I need to draw more I need to draw more stuff, and it's been 5 hours since I last drawn my Isaac costumes. The TLDR is a joke, by the way. Yeah, I kind of expected that. Yeah. Okay. Let me switch over my stuff. Yay, more drawings. Exactly. We love drawing. I mean, I love drawing. I love drawing so much. I'm pretty sure that's what I did, like, right as I got back into streaming. I took, like, a good break, but when I streamed, when I streamed on YouTube for the first time ever, it was a drawing stream. I think for the second time, like, the first time since I took a little break, it was also... Okay, let me just write down stuff. Let me just make that smaller, because that is large. That is quite large. We're putting this down here in the corner. You make those cards, I have no ideas. I get doesn't make another FNAF the musical card. Oh no, FNAF the musical cards. Yeah, I don't have an idea for you. I'm sorry. You could make. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not very helpful. Next one is the Bible. Bible doesn't have not the active items of costumes. Okay, so I already know who I'm gonna draw for this one, because I've been making a list of characters I need to draw. Characters I've yet to draw, because I'm playing for what I'm doing. So I'm just drawing item costumes for. I'm drawing item costumes for each item. But before I draw duplicates of characters, before I draw a character twice, I want to draw at least each character once. There are gonna be exceptions, like the next item I'm gonna have to draw is gonna be an exception to that. Should I know what Souls cards are? Four Souls is a Binding of Isaac based card game. That's what Benetti's talking about. He's trying to make a card for a card game. Spop alt art. Are you making an? I should do that. Cause my card, at least the art is now outdated. Now that I've switched which character I represent myself with. I'm not making alt art. I am making a drawing for a series I've been doing for 2 weeks. It's the one time this is the one time I'm committed to actually drawing stuff for more than like a few days. Trying to copy this off like an old reference is kind of weird. I really need to update like some my designs for the Isaac characters. I want to keep a circle. How did I draw this when I did this originally? What the hell? I mean, to be fair, I'm drawing Eden. I could literally draw any hairstyle I want. I don't really have to be confined to anything, but as of the whole canvas of original designs I made 2 months ago, I'm not doing that. I'm drawing one set piece of hair. But yep. Memory. What do you mean memory loss? Because I don't know how to draw, or don't know how I used to draw 2 months ago. Okay, maybe you're right. When they cook so intensely on the first one, they can't replicate it. I don't know. It's not like I did it super well. It's more of... It's weird. It's just weird. Like, I don't know how to replicate this just because of how it is. But also, I can't replicate anything I draw. It's always going to look slightly different. I don't like how that looks. Not me trying to draw Spider-Man having one exquisite eye and the other's a bean. See, that's why, for me, this is why I, like, personally, I like, very much simplify how I draw eyes. I think I figured out the problem. You're the problem. So I try to, like... Did you have a stupid idea? I can't wait to see your stupid idea, Benighty. But yeah, like, I draw my eyes, like, very simplistically. Like, if I showed, I don't know, my OC right here, this is one of my 5 OCs I've made. Essentially what I do is I kind of just draw, like, a circle. That's what I do for most things. I don't know if that's a great example. I can really show it with her. Right, like, this is just a circle. Essentially, that's all I've done. And it doesn't look bad for an eye. I do like the eye shape. But it is, like, very much simplified. It is just an oval. I drew an oval. I think one of the big reasons why I like my OC designs is because of how simple I kind of made them. At least with, like, their base designs. Okay, I don't know how to draw this. I mean, I'll figure it out. I will. Kind of have to. I was angry age 6 and put an extra piece like a triangle to make it look dumb. Real. Let's see. I still don't like this. Why is drawing hair hard? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna redo like all of Eden's hair because this is stupid. I don't think I've done like a full remake of someone's hair since on any of my drawings so far. Congratulations, you get a medal, Eden, for I hate your hair. You get the I hate your hair medal. Or a trophy, I don't know. Something. Like, I've made small changes to like a character's design since I made the one reference that I used, 2 months ago. I haven't been like that great changes. Okay, what do I do? How do I draw hair? That's the first thing. How do I draw hair? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go look on the Binding of Isaac wiki to find an Eden hairstyle. This is what the rest of the stream is gonna be. It's just gonna be me drawing or something. I could just copy one, like, basically copy one of the existing hairstyles. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, by the way. I'm just gonna, like, add my little twist to it. Tee. Oh yeah, this looks great. Okay, Eden's hair looks stupid. These hairstyles are dumb. Back to my original question, how do I make hair? How do I draw hair? I think I'm figuring it out. I think I'm figuring out how to draw hair. Yeah, I'm going back to my second plan of just copying one of the Eden hairstyles in the wiki. Wow, this looks amazing. I'm so good at lies. I'm forgetting how to draw eyes now. This is the second time this has happened. This is the second time within like the past week where I've just forgotten how to draw eyes. How do I do this? How? Okay, now I need to get the sprite for the Bible so I can draw the Bible. I'm definitely not. No one's gonna see. No one's gonna know this is gonna actually be the Bible. By the way, I'm not even gonna know that this is the Bible. What I'm gonna know is by the wings I'm gonna draw. Perfect. This is perfect. I actually like this. This is pretty good so far. I don't even know how I drew this. I don't know what I was thinking. Something awesome, clearly, because this is awesome. I think this looks pretty good. Considering that I don't know how to draw wings, or don't know what I was doing for any of this. Yeah, this looks pretty good. This is gonna be my one drawing of the day. And by the day, I meant for the next 4 hours. Wait, actually, I'm probably gonna be asleep by... Yeah, the next 4 hours is like gonna be 2. I'm probably gonna be asleep by then. It's the wrong folder. Where is it? Okay. Back to Risk of Rain. Time to remove the text I put and just put this back. Perfect. Genius. Okay. To close some stuff. Update this. Okay, now I can actually go back to playing with screen. Next to the screen grind, yeah! I love playing Railgunner. I love this character so much. You can tell from the enthusiasm in my voice. Boop. Energy drink is good. Probably shouldn't have picked it up. I was planning to print possibly a crowbar later. But I kind of don't want to get rid of my movement speed. Because I kind of like having it. I wonder if there's a scrapper on there. Nope, that's a large chest. Okay, no, that's fine. I don't need a scrapper anyways. So just so you know, there's always, I guess in this map specifically, on like over there, there's always either a large chest or a scrapper. Which is pretty cool. Sometimes. Check Discord. Okay, let me check. What? Scale this card up once. If you're playing in real life, move this card 1 inch closer to your face. That's it? That's like, there's no like actual use. It just becomes larger. That's awesome. Why did I say cards plural? Yes, fill my inventory with decent to not that great item, so I can have a less chance of getting with my movement speed when I print crowbars. So saw the metal bot set mod for Isaac. That's your inspiration. Okay, that's really funny. Yeah, that's a awesome inspiration. Okay, so I have a bunch of items that I want to scrap and give away, but when I'm gonna print it, it's gonna take my energy drink. It's a 1 in 5 chance of the energy drink. And I remember one time I was watching a show where the main character was giving an anti-existing ray. A specifically existing, that's just a gun, dumbass. Okay, that's, yeah, I get Does like, well, but like, a gun doesn't always kill. Not all the time. Sometimes they live. I could say my character right now, the character that I'm playing, this character has an anti-existing ray. I think 2 crowbars. Nope, I need a 3rd one. Okay, never mind. 5 crowbars. It took away my movement speed item. 5 crowbars. I lied. I'm having less than 5 crowbars. 1 sticky bomb for some extra damage. Yeah, guns don't always kill people like in FNAF the musical. Yeah, exactly. You're not Foxy! That's a quote from Markiplier when he shot a guy in FNAF the musical. Guild Hoof, more movement speed. It's always good. Movement speed is always nice. I think. Good for this stage. Actually, this is a pretty good stage. I got some great damage. Some movement speed. Yeah, good stage. Something is called main discussion point around here. Yes. FNAF the musical is awesome. I love FNAF the musical. I did the fatal mistake of showing FNAF the musical to other people. It's a main discussion point in like 2 of my friend groups. It's because I showed them FNAF the musical, and I am normal. I'm normal. I could sing. I could probably sing most of FNAF the musical from memory. I'm not going to, but I probably could. I think I have done it before. I think I've sang all of FNAF the musical from memory. The fact that you have to specify that you're normal, though, I'm normal. You don't understand. No normal person would. Normal people say that they're normal. If you ignore the fact that I am very obviously lying, I'm normal. I'm fine. I am a normal human being. Normal. Look, Benidi can agree, right? Benidi, I'm a normal person. I so normal it hurts. Well, yeah. When I said I'm normal, I lied. Everyone's weird because everyone's different. You know what? True. You're right. Everyone is weird because everyone is different. I agree with that, actually. Where am I? Oh, I found where I am. And these 4 crowbars are awesome. I can't wait for the moment I don't one-shot something, and suddenly my damage just disappears. Gone. Ooh, red item. Oh, red item. That's fine. It's not a bad one. It gives a lot of healing. Like, to be fair, it kind of solves any healing problem I may need, but... Something good to say when you... If you call someone weird under your breath and they hear you. See, that's why you don't try to hide it. That's why you don't try to say it under your breath. You just openly express that they're a weirdo. Just tell them straight to your face, you're a weirdo, and boom, problem solved. It won't work, actually. I lied. It'll probably make them mad, actually. I think we get much more items this stage. Sure, I haven't actually checked anywhere, but I'll be fine. It didn't die in one shot. Oh no. Ow. Oh. My watch. My poor watch. I wanted that damage up. I didn't even get a good item from it. Lame. It's fine. I'll just have to make do with it. There's a scrapper literally right next to me. Like, I'll be fine. Oh my god, what's with all these Lemurians? Get away from me. On the bright side, I love all the healing I can do right here for until they disappear, I guess. Which is now. Time for me to get a watch. I would, but it seems like mine broke. But funny story. I had a watch. I don't know what happened to it. It's like, I tried to look at the time, and suddenly now it's broken. I don't even know what happened. I just got hit by like some pot, a tar-filled pot. So 1 a.m. for anyone else, not for me. I believe it is currently around. It's 11. It's 11 for me. Ooh, I love this stage. Oh my god, there's rats on this stage. Oh, I hate this stage. This stage has blind vermin. I hate those enemies. Speaking of enemies, where are the enemies? This is empty. Oh, there you are. Die. Thank you. I need 2 coin. Them over there. That only took long enough. Yeah, that's a decent equipment. Strong for like 8 seconds, because I'm pretty sure that's how long it's active for. Or it's 30, I think, not 8. I think it's 30 seconds. 15? 15 or 30. 4 powerful drones are that's kind of a rather short amount of time. I heard the blind pest. There you are. There's another one. I hate blind pests. They do so much damage. It hurts. Oof, ow, my bones, as I like to say. Oh, the red item. That was not bad. That gives good AoE. It's pretty nice, actually. AoE is something I definitely need, especially with Railgunner. Another red item. Oh, that's actually really good. Reduces the cooldown on my abilities. Which allows me to move a lot more. Doesn't really matter for my secondary. But it matters a lot for my utility. Oh, the movement I can make now. You know, maybe this is the run. Watch me die instantly on, like, Sky Meadow. Stage 5. I missed. Medkit's not that great. I can scrap that. I can scrap any of my bad items later on the stage. What's that? Watch! Oh my god, I can get my watches back! I'm saved! Okay, I'm gonna go scrap some items so I can get some watches. I want them so badly. Scrap for more crowbars. There's no crowbar printer. I can't print any crowbars. Oh, my watch. Benatti, what does oh my watch mean? Is that if you die, I'm gonna kill you? When you reach 0 health, you die. Oh, that's true. When your HP reaches 0, you do die. I should have taken that advice earlier in my runs. If I stood by that advice, I wouldn't have died. It's like, oh my god, but watches. Ah, yes. I mean, that makes sense, yeah. Should be -1. What, so I can live at 0 health? That'd be kind of funny, actually. I heard that. Yeah, 0 health win. Can I win Risk of Rain with 0 health? Let's find out. The answer is no, because if my max health is 0, I just die. That's why the item Transcendence, which makes all of your health shields, makes your maximum health 1. You technically have a 1 health, while everything else is shields. Because if you ever reach 0 max health, you will die. I just remember something funny. If you get 128 shaped glass, you die. Just instantly. Shaped glass is an item that halves your health, but doubles your damage. So basically, you can make your health so low that the game can't, like, round it up to 1, because that's what it does if you would have less than 1 health, it should try to round it up to 1. But if you have so many shaped glass that it just can't do that, you just die instantly. It's a really funny way to kill Mythics in this final phase. Can I beat the Binding of Isaac with 0 health? The loss. But I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think I can beat the Binding of Isaac with 0 health. Something, I don't know. I suck at playing the Lost. There's an equipment barrel here? I didn't even see it. Guess I'm good. Okay, well that's the same item. I'm not trading my equipment for that. It's the same equipment. Oh, there's another scrapper here. I don't think I can beat the Binding of Isaac. I mean, I think Isaac isn't that hard. Generally, in terms of like roguelikes, I don't think Isaac is that hard of a game. I've played harder games. Well, not you again. Boop. 0 health or no. Yeah, again, I don't think Isaac is that hard of a game. Where are you? Die! There we go. 3 watches. Yeah, Isaac... I mean, Isaac is, I feel like, is a lot harder when you start playing it for the first time. But when you get used to it, it's rather easy. By the way, I have 100% Isaac. How many hours do I have? 2,200? 2,219 hours in Isaac. I don't spend too much time playing Isaac. Don't you just stop raining random times? Yes, all the time. My brain kind of just stops functioning sometimes. It's mostly when I like talk to other people. My brain just kind of like shuts off entirely. About tomorrow's Friday, you're happy now? Is it because it's Friday tomorrow? Is that why you're happy? I bet that's why you're happy. I'll only be happy when it's Monday because only be happy when it's Tuesday because that's when the Risk of Rain DLC releases and I want the Risk of Rain DLC. It's Friday today. For you. For me, it's not. For me, it's Thursday. Time zones exist, unfortunately. Fiending for that Risk of Rain DLC. Exactly. I need it. I need more Risk of Rain content. I need more content in my games. I need to play my games more. I need to play other games more. Forgot. Time zones change the day, not just the time. Yeah. Be kind of like a funny conversation question. It's like, at what time do you change your day? Because if it just changed time and like everyone's days changed at the same time, it'd be like, okay, so for you, it would change at 12, but for me, it would change at like 10 or something. Yeah, I agree on your quote, Electro. That is me, right now, until the DLC releases. After the DLC release, even after, until I buy the DLC. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm gonna shoot him. Got shot at. Okay, this is the worst part of the fight when it gets its shield. Because on Eclipse 7, it almost always has that shield up. Which is really annoying. I was not having to look grubby mitts or on that DLC. Yes! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. I didn't die fall damage. Oh, thank you for the skybox. Oh, I'm saved. Die. Please? There we go. Where's my red item? Ooh. I won't be having to mid to late 2025. Why? What happens on mid to late 2025? Being hyped before GTA 6 goes a little while. Uh-oh. Ah. I see. There's like no chests here. I say as I find one. Oh, that's awesome. If I had a lunar item, if I took the, what was it called? The focus convergence on, like, stage 2, the one that I found, I could have gotten an all stat up. Oof. That's fine. I don't need it anyways. I'll not be happy until more content's put in the eye holes. I feel like that's just everyone with, like, any specific thing that they enjoy. Just I won't be satisfied until I get more. I need more of content that I like. More infinite content that I like. Oh. Oh, there's 4 of them. Oh, that is a lot more than I thought. I thought there's gonna be like 2. Never mind, they're all dead. Okay, never mind. Easy. I wasn't even scared. Bands! And I get heavily rewarded. This might be it. This might be the run. If I don't get it, my ADHD brain just dies. So true, actually. That's why I have 2,000 hours in Isaac. Because, ADHD. That's why I don't work on anything. That's why I need to work on a video. I need to work on a video that I'm actually going to put effort in, and I haven't. Because, like, I don't know, I trying to... Too much else stuff, yep. Uh-oh, I think I'm gonna die. Oh, such a good run! Okay, well now I'm kinda sad. -1 health. You're right, Benity. I think I'm gonna end my stream here. It's getting kind of late, and I should go to bed soon. I will continue this tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a good